So welcome everyone to our August Coffee Chat, where we talk about new features in IrisBG. I am Laura Knudsen-Murray. I am the GIS coordinator and community outreach assistant for IrisBG. With us on the call is Shanna Jones, who will also be presenting today. She's our social media and community outreach assistant. Ivan Rustin, who is the founder and CEO of IrisBG, and Mari Rustin, who is director of strategy and product manager. So our coffee chats, our previous ones and this one, will be shared in the knowledge library. Just know that these coffee chats are for you. If there is something you'd like to ask us to give a demonstration of, or a topic you'd like us to cover, please get in touch. It can be anything, a challenge for the community, anything big or small. And hopefully you will make some connections and together we will become a little bit wiser. Just save the date for September 12th. Our next coffee chat will be hosted by Jessica DeYoung. She is the conservation horticulture manager at Naples Botanic Garden. And she will be presenting from the ground up, building field collection strategies for data-driven conservation. She gave a similar presentation at APGA, and we just felt like we needed to know a lot more. So she will show us how she uses IrisBG for that data-driven conservation. September 12th, that's our next coffee chat. And if we could quick launch a poll just to gauge the experience levels of everyone on the call today. You can tell us if you are a novice, intermediate user, advanced, or if you are just trying out the trial. Looks like we have a good amount of people who are intermediate users, 54%, 25% advanced, and 21 novice. Great. Good to have a good mixture of abilities. With that, I can turn the presentation over to Shanna.
All right, so hello everybody. Yeah, we thought it would be helpful to go into detail about a few of the updates made to IrisBG in the past year. So we've selected ones that we feel have the most impact on productivity and data integrity. So I will be reviewing the taxa and accession screen updates, as well as projects and a cool new feature for Web Explorer. And then we also want to touch on an update that was made for preserved materials last spring of 2022, just to clear up any confusion surrounding it. And then Laura will discuss updates made to the reports and management screens. So this is a little video to go along with the LSID to name link update. So previously, you all knew this as the LSID field. It has now been replaced with name link in the taxa and taxonomy group screens. So by pressing I'll just play it again for you. So by pressing the little I button icon in the name link field, a check against World Flora Online or Plants of the World Online will be performed. And the check will include name status, accepted synonym, author, and a link to the name source webpage. The data source can be set in the management collection screen. WFO is the default, but you can change it to Plants of the World Online. Another great feature is the item data copy feature. So accession items can now be copied, which is a huge time saver. And this was a feature requested by one of our users who was hoping for a way to, clone that data for a propagation material. So yeah, we're really excited about this one. Going to projects now, there's some new fields for project type and publish. And the default project types include expedition, research, and collection. And if you would like to add your own project type, you can do so by going to the code list screen under definitions, expand the project type field, and then use the green plus sign to add a new type. Publishing, yes, will include the project in Web Explorer, where it can be used for searching or shown in accession items details. To have that included in Web Explorer, you will need to just notify us so that we can have that happen. But then afterwards, anytime you set publish to yes, it will be displayed on your Web Explorer. Publish, yes, will also include a project in the Darwin core reports. Another feature that we're excited about is that You can also include data counts to your Web Explorer page. So right here with the Royal Botanic Garden of Edinburgh, they have included how many plants they have and the number of taxa. So all you need to do is just let us know that you would like that information displayed and we'll make it happen. Preserved materials. This was previously known as a separate module. So since spring of 2020, it is now possible to keep records for multiple material types, including preserved material. So you would simply just add the material or the item type in the session item types here, and that is under the definitions menu. And then you just want to be sure to define the code list related to each type, especially a session item status, which is just above a session item types and definitions. So like when you're in the accession screen selecting the preserved herbarium item type, then we'll generate these new fields. And these are fields associated with preserved herbarium specimens. This also happens whenever you select cutting or seed, not these same fields, but ones that are related to propagation. And I believe that is where I stop and Laura begins.
The definition screen, I'm sure you're all familiar with. You're able to define themes that allow you to index and retrieve records for horticultural staff, researchers, educators, the marketing department. In this screen, we see the code list where the defined themes are added. And then moving on to the taxa screen, the theme is added under the details tab. So then once you have applied that theme to different records, you can export a report and select that theme. And the report looks like this, where it has all of the detail that comes. So say with the medicinal plants, you're able to have that list ready for whichever department needs it, whether it's researchers or marketing that want to show what is in your collection. Again, really helpful, another way of indexing your collection. And then moving on to the report screen, you are able to export statistics based on life form, which is great for those end of the year reports. So when you do that, you see at the top, it's this particular report was filtered by life form deciduous tree. And then it gives you not only the count, but it breaks it down by family, genera, cultivar, hybrids, provenance, determinations, and also the number of items mapped. So if you're trying to keep track of a particular item type and monitoring the mapping status, it's another way to look for it. This management screen talks a little bit about, or shows you how you can add individuals that are making determinations or teams that are making determinations or going on that collection trip. So as you're adding those individuals, you do that from the management teams category. And then when you are in the accession screen, you are able to select from that drop-down menu a team that you have already set. So for consistency, whether it's in determination or the collection team. There's just another another link to the knowledge library, whether you need to find a latest version or the complete history of the updates. It's been great to have so many of you on the call, and we will definitely mark your calendars for next month when we have a great discussion from Naples Botanic Garden. Don't miss it. We'll see you next month. Thank you everyone for coming.
Thank you. Have a good one.